Welcome to another Derek Does. Today, we're going to do these. Hi everybody, welcome back to another Derek Does. I'm Derek, and if you're new here, please subscribe. Check out all my other cool videos of all sorts of different vintage stuff. But today, we're going to be talking about the A-10 winter flying glove. I had a viewer mentioned, hey, you should do a video on one of those. Do you have any? And I was like, well, yeah, I do. I kind of forgot about them until it got really cold recently, and I pulled them out of the closet, and I thought, oh, I forgot I had these. I think I'll wear them. So that's why I'm decked out in my A2 from Arrow and my A3 mechanics cap from SM Wholesale. There's videos on both of these items if you go back to my catalog of videos. But today we're going to do it on the A10 winter flight gloves. Now, of course, these are reproduction. If you find a flight glove from World War II, do not wear them. I mean, they're 80 years old and they're priceless, really. So just get a reproduction. This is a reproduction. This is from Arrow, same as this. Now, these were kind of special because Arrow had these made. They didn't make them. I think they go to Pakistan or something like that because Pakistan makes a lot of goat skin stuff. But they had it made, but they put the wrong color knits on them. They should have brown knits, but instead they put the black knits. So I got these for 20 bucks. These were, let's see, probably 6-7 years ago. They had these. And so I bought two pair, one for me, one for my son. And I pulled them out, and I thought I'd just kind of show you these. These are from the Army Air Corps, or Army Air Forces, as they are stamped on it. These are gloves that were made for pilots and air crews to keep them warm. These aren't like super warm gloves. They're warm, but they're not like crazy warm. These are great for if, you know, just around winter day, but if you're going to be out shoveling or something and like negative, get the higher grade gloves than these. But these are really nice. The original and these are goat skin, and then they have a wool cuff knit here, and then they're lined in wool, and they would be aligned in a fine wool. I don't know if these are really lined in that great of fine wool. These were kind of like a test that Arrow had, and that's why they're selling them really cheap. But I got them. You can tell they're in goat. Goat has a weird feeling to me. I like horsehide or even cowhide, steer hide, but goat has a almost plasticky feel. It's great, and they hold up fantastic. It's a very tough leather. It's just that for personally, I'm not a great fan of goat, but actually on a leather steering wheel, these actually work really well. So I'm going to show you these, and I'll show you some pictures of originals. Actually, I found a couple pictures of an original, and there's one of a dead stock original, which is just amazing. Still in the box, as a pilot would have got them, and they had like a little piece of thread thing that held it together, almost like a tack that you'd have to break to get it. So the main features of these, and I'll do close-ups for you too, and I'll put them on. They kind of, with the red knits of an Arrow and then the black knits, if they were brown, they probably would blend in a little bit, although these are kind of dark. You know, they're very similar. But this is what a pilot or a crew member would have had in the plane if it wasn't super cold. Otherwise, they put their mittens on. If they were like really high altitude in very cold weather, they've had special mittens that they would go, especially like the gunners and that sort of stuff, which were open with open windows. But you could wear these if it wasn't too cold. These are great. You can feel the warmth in them. The nice thing about these, they're made that you can still do stuff. They're not like some gloves you put them on and you can barely even turn a knob or anything. These you can actually do that. You can't use your phone or anything, but you can do that. But they're very nice. These are size large. Of course, originally they would have come in the hand sizes, like 8, 8.5, 9, 9.5, 10, from there. Because hand sizes are different than like just a shirt size. Although shirt sizes used to be a 15.5, a 16, a 16.5, and it was done by your neck and then your length of your arms and that sort of thing. But that's a whole nother thing. But if you find an original pair, they'll actually be labeled that, and they'll actually have the tag inside it. These don't, and I'll show you that. I'll show you the construction and that sort of thing. Obviously, Arrow doesn't really make these anymore or offer them because these were like a one-off. So if you always are looking for them, there might be a company that has them that you could actually purchase at a great deal like I did. I got these for 20 bucks. I mean, you can't buy gloves for less than 20 bucks, especially gloves like these. So let me show you. I'll do some close-ups and you can take a look at them and see if they might be for you. I think most guys would probably want a pair, particularly with if they're the brown. They're just nice. They're not super bulky. They could fit in a pocket or just in your car, that sort of thing. I kind of like them. I kind of forgot about them until someone mentioned that, and I pulled them out, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I had those. I like them, and they're very nice, and I think you might be something to at least get an idea. Obviously, there's other reproductions out there. Buzz makes them. Buzz Ricson, Eastman, Bronson, I think, now makes them. Pretty much, and probably SML Wholesale probably makes them. Everybody makes these things because they're not difficult. It's just a wool lining with the goat skin. And they do have like one little feature that's kind of unique to these type of gloves, and I'll show you that. But let's take a look at these close-ups. Well, here they are. Just a little history. These were first came out in 1938 and were used through the 40s, and I'm sure were replaced later on after the war. Obviously, because it'd be the it'd be actually the Air Force, not the Army Air Forces. But here they are. You can see it's a lovely goat skin. Goat skin's a really nice, thin, very durable leather, which is why they use it a lot. It doesn't get a lot of love. I mean, obviously, I don't have as much love for it like in a jacket. I like a horsehide or something along that nature, but they're very nice. You can see the construction isn't anything crazy. They just put it together, they sew it, and then they trim it. So it's not like it's outside type of stitching that you would find like in a fancier glove. But they have just right there, you can see the cuffs. They do put in the special here just to pull that leather a little taunter there. And on the inside, well, here's the special feature I was talking about. They have a little piece of goat skin here. And I think that is for any of the metal pieces that your hands would be touching, because obviously they put that there for a reason. And I'm not sure what aircraft would give this problem of it tearing the knits. Probably the knits would always be torn right here for some reason. If you know, let me know. I'm just not that knowledgeable on what sort of apparatuses these gloves would be touching that they would need this piece of protection to protect the knits. Again, these knits should be brown. These are black, and that's why I got them very inexpensive. So on the inside, you would actually have a tag here that would say A-10. And I'll show you a picture of that, what that would look like. And then it is lined with wool. All right, so on the inside, you can see they should be a different type of wool. It'd be more of a lighter wool, like almost like not a sweater, but tighter weave than that they'd put it on this. And you can see these are just size large, made in Pakistan. Now, Pakistan is kind of famous for their leather. They have a lot of great goat skin, and I think that's why they were made there. And I would imagine most of the gloves you buy as a reproduction, if they're goat skin, were probably, unless they say it, were probably made in Pakistan, and it's probably from the same place that makes them all. They would just have a different tag on the inside. So I don't think there's a huge difference. They would just customize it for whoever who is ordering for, you know, a lot of gloves for these A-10. So there you go. They're nice gloves. They're very handy, I guess you would say. They're not, you don't look like you're wearing a World War II uniform. They just look like regular gloves. And the only people that would know are people that know, or probably people that see that. So, and they all were stamped like that too. Well, I hope you enjoyed your episode on the A-10 winter flying gloves. Again, these are kind of a knockoff, or one-off of, not a knockoff, but a one-off production line of them, but I'll put a link below for you to maybe purchase your own. I think Amazon carries these also. There's a lot of places that carry these. They're not difficult, and I think you're going to like them. They're comfortable, they're not bulky, they're nice. But these are the A-10 flying glove. Hope you liked it, and thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next Derek Does. Thanks for watching.